Welcome to LOQation, Cabrini College's weekly news program. I'm Parisa.
And I'm Ricardo Shepard, and here's your news now.
21-year-old Cabrini College pre-pharmacy major Rebecca Clark passed away unexpectedly on Friday, September 5th, when a dead tree fell on her and killed her instantly while she was at a bonfire with friends in Phoenixville. Funeral services were held for Clark Tuesday, September 9th at Visitation Church located in Norristown. A memorial service will be held for Clark on October 5th during Mass at 7 p.m. for the one-month anniversary of her death and will be open to the entire Cabrini community. In addition to being a full-time pre-pharmacy student, Clark worked 40 hours a week at her aunt's bakery in Berwyn. Homecoming is scheduled to start September 26th. Students, alumni, faculty, and staff will have the opportunity to participate in a wide range of activities. Sign up online. Head over to Cabrini's homepage and select events, then homecoming to register. 30-year-old Paul Giuliano was arrested Monday afternoon after he tried to break into a house in Haverford by using a stepladder to climb into a first-floor window. After a resident noticed the attempted burglary, Giuliano fled on foot. He was later arrested by Haverford police based on a description the resident provided. Earlier this week, a Radnor police officer was found dead in his personal vehicle parked in the employee parking lot of the Radnor police station. Officer Robert John Miller, a 34-year-old married father of two, died of a single-inflicted gunshot at 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday, September 9th. Miller was a 9-year veteran of Radnor Police Department. LOQation News decided to check in on what was going down at Career Services Function this week. Let's take a look.
If you're looking to, kind of boost your credit hours or get to graduation, we're offering a lot of really, really great classes this semester. Cabrini wants to produce students that are really satisfied with their careers because that kind of impacts your life in a lot of ways that you don't really understand until you graduate and you're on your own. I think you're referencing College 125. It's a new career planning and exploration course. It started last spring as a new 1-credit, 8-week course, mid-semester pickup for students who had questions about their major, and just kind of questions about how to connect their major to their career. And so the course is meant to help them kind of connect the dots between, learning a little bit more about themselves through self-assessments and then applying that to picking a major or applying that to picking a career, whichever, step they happen to be in. What we do know is that it will be offered in the spring for seniors and juniors and seniors. For the fall right now, it's for freshmen and sophomores. Based on feedback we got from the last class, our pilot class, they suggested that we split it into the two groups. So the freshman, sophomore will focus on majors, and then the junior, senior will focus on connecting majors to careers. College 125 this semester starts on October 15th, and it goes until December 3rd. There's another 1-credit course that our offices kind of help propelling out about financial literacy. It's called Money Matters, and you can keep your eyes out for this nifty little flyer. That's another mid-semester pickup course that starts in, again, October. And so I think taking the time to learn a little bit more about yourself and to figure out, what's the best major for you, what's the best career for you, can all lead to greater satisfaction and a more well-rounded experience while you're at Cabrini, but also once you leave Cabrini.
And that was your trip around the block. Let's check in with Howard Blake to see what's new in sports. So Howard, what's going on with the Phillies?
Well, pitcher Jonathan Papelbon is actually serving a 7-game suspension, so I'll be touching on that today.
Okay, so what's the word with Adrian Peters?
Oh, Adrian Peterson is now actually serving an indefinite suspension from the Vikings. So news broke last night, so I'll be touching on that as well. Let's take a look. Even though we're only 2 weeks into the NFL season, there's been a lot of chaos so far. We start with running back Adrian Peterson, who was suspended in Sunday's game against the Patriots for beating his son with a tree branch. It's been reported that Peterson's son had broken skin on several parts of his body. Peterson was arrested once the news surfaced and was then released on $15,000 bail. The running back denies being an abuser but believes he was just enforcing discipline. The Vikings reinstated him for next Sunday's game, but quickly changed and suspended him indefinitely. The Vikings and the NFL will keep a close eye on the entire investigation. In other news, the NFL and the Players Union are in process of changing the NFL's drug policy. Because of the change, several players will be reinstated back into the NFL. Heading the list is wide receiver Josh Gordon. The All-Pro 16-game suspension will be reduced to 10 games, and wide receiver Wes Welker's suspension will be cut down from 4 games to 2. Now, heading to basketball, the men's USA team won the FIBA World Cup tournament. The red, white, and blue defeated Serbia without a problem, 129-92. Kyrie Irving led the way for Team USA with 26 points and was named the World Cup MVP. After the win, Team USA performed the Bobby Shmurda Shmoney dance as a celebration. Congrats to Team USA on the gold medal, but the dance moves weren't up to par. Switching over to the Phillies now, pitcher Jonathan Papelbon isn't too happy. The Phils were leading 4-1 heading into the 9th inning against the Marlins, and Papelbon gave up 5 runs in the 9th, adding another loss to their record. The fans booed Papelbon, and out of frustration, he made a gesture by grabbing his crotch and was immediately thrown out of the game. Papelbon was suspended 7 games with an undisclosed fine, even after denying that the gesture was directed towards the fans. But before the Papelbon incident, the Phillies took on their division rival, the Florida Marlins, on September 12th in a Cabrini Night showdown at Citizens Bank Park. All the freshmen and transfers attended for free. And let's take a look at the sights and sounds from that night.
The annual Cabrini Night of the Phillies was held at Citizens Bank Park this past Friday. Let's check in with some of the faculty and students to see how the night went.
Overall, I think the night went really well. We had all of our first-year students were offered a ticket to the game. We had alums there, faculty, staff, upper-class students. It was a nice night. It went into extra innings, and they won, so that's always a nice outcome of the night. I think it just brings everyone together again. So if you are an alum, it's nice to come back and to celebrate Cabrini and to be there with people, from whether they're faculty that you had in class or if they're current students. It's just a celebration of Cabrini, and there are so many people there, and everybody's in the same t-shirt, and everyone's really visible.
It kind of gets the message that Cabrini's trying to give off. It kind of brings that out into the public and lets freshmen like me get to know more of the upperclassmen, get to know some of my teachers. John Solomon was there. He invited my parents, so we all got to hang out. I got to know him a little bit more, so it was cool.
I thought it was fun. I was an orientation leader this past summer, so I got to meet up and hang out with people that I got to know during orientation. And then I just got to hang out and meet new people, some of the freshmen and some of the upperclassmen, so I thought it was fun. I would say that it's beneficial to everyone because you get to meet new people and people who have graduated. When I was going into the stadium, I met someone who is now a teacher in the same field that I'm doing. So she told me how she got a job, and she was just telling me stuff that I didn't know already. So I thought that was helpful just for me particularly.
I've been doing Cabrini at the Phillies for 3 years now and dancing. So I think the best part is honestly just the whole experience of getting to go backstage and meeting all these different people and dancing with the Fanatic and getting to talk to him and everything. I think the benefit is having all the freshmen come together and get out of the actual college experience and experience something outside of classwork and everything like that, and having the whole community together as one.
Okay, so on the field, I was very nervous. I was shaking the entire time. From the moment I got there for sound check to the moment I actually sung and I was finished. Off the field, I was still very nervous. I probably cried 3 times because I was so nervous, but it was a really great experience overall. I really enjoyed it, and it was definitely something different and something memorable.
This is my 3rd year going to Cabrini Night at the Phillies, and I would say we probably had one of the best turnouts within my 3 years. Everybody was really excited to go. Freshmen loved it, upperclassmen, alumni all loved it. And it was great to see the team win. Go Phils.
And that was this week's sports news. Let's send it over to Ricardo at the news desk.
CNN reports that Christians are being faced with persecution in eastern China. Earlier in the week, there was a violent uproar between Christians and riot police forces. According to local authorities, their sole intention is to crack down on all illegal structures. However, churches are what they are mainly focused on. Thus far, the government has destroyed more than a dozen churches and have partaken in the removal of church crosses. In refusing to give up the fight, the faithful continue to be resilient as they stand their ground in the battle to preserve their Christian faith. Before flu season even begins in Pennsylvania, some states are seeing many people sick with the respiratory enterovirus D68. According to the Center for Disease Control, the virus has been confirmed in 12 states and is particularly bad for young children who have issues like asthma. To protect yourself against the cold-like virus, the CDC recommends washing your hands frequently and avoid kissing, hugging, and sharing cups or eating utensils with people who are sick. With the country still focused on the racially charged killing of Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri, a 22-year-old man was shot and killed in Utah County Police for allegedly appearing suspicious this week. Claims have been made that Darian Hunt attacked policemen with a small sword, so they reacted by shooting him. According to Hunt's autopsy, he had been shot 6 times from the back. Hunt's mother believes that he was shot and killed simply because he was black. President Obama has made a decision to increase the number of troops for deployment to combat the outbreak of Ebola virus in West Africa. The United States government will be aiding troops in their efforts by supplying medical staff and materials for building hospitals to host those who have been infected with the virus. According to the World Health Organization, this has been the deadliest outbreak of the Ebola virus in history. President Obama believes that with the combined efforts of the United States, we essentially prevent the virus from spreading any further. And those are the big issues this week. So Morgan, what's going on in entertainment this week?
Did you know Khloe Kardashian gained 10 pounds and now she wears cornrows?
So what type of controversy has Kanye gotten himself into?
Oh my goodness, he's making fun of people in wheelchairs. You want to find out more? Entertainment news right now. Khloe Kardashian decided to show off a more wild side when she went to the gym for the first time since she put on 10 pounds over the summer, E! News says. She wore long cornrows and all-black gym clothes and purple sneakers as she hopped out of her truck. Starting a new trend, Khloe? I think so. Adrienne Bailon is turning 30 and she feels good. She sat with E! News to discuss getting older and the things she regrets. She states, "Everybody that I spoke to is like 30. It makes a big difference in a woman's life. You just feel like you are who you are. Take it or leave it. I don't care." The Real Talk show host speaks about her regrets for getting plastic surgery. She opened up saying that she got breast implants, but wishes that she hadn't and instead embraced her small boobs. I feel as though this is true, that we as women should embrace who we are instead of trying to change ourselves to look like someone else. Good luck to you, Miss Bailon, and your future endeavors. Well, Kanye West held a concert at one of our several stops in Australia during his Yeezus tour. But before he began the song, he told everyone to stand up. When he saw 2 people sitting down, he pointed them out in the crowd and began to boo. Come to find out, one of the people was in a wheelchair. Kanye made note of it and began the song, but the media will not let it go. How do you feel about it? Tweet to LOQation News so we can hear your thoughts. Well, that was my time with your entertainment update. Now let's look into what's coming next on LOQation News. Let's send it over to Ted.
Next time on LOQation News.
According to HerCampus.com, Cabrini is rated number 6 in most Beyonce-like campuses.
Then we head out to Abbey Fest in Paoli for a great day of fun music and volunteering.
Followed by coverage on the Missionary Sisters of the Sacred Heart.
All this and more, only on LOQation News.
مرسی لوکیشن نگاه میکنی. من پریسا گفاریم.
And I'm Ricardo Shepard. Be sure to stay up to date with us by following us on our social media. Simply search LOQation News. Have a great week, Cabrini.
Thanks for joining us this week. I'm Parisa Gafari.